What is up, everyone? It's Wacko. Welcome you to week 3 of SPS Ultra Sun and Moon off-season. This week we're up against Luster, who has a very scary team of Z Torn T, excuse me, Z Tornadus Therian, Mega Diancie, Manaphy, Z Cobalion, Crocodile, Entei, Sableye, Amoonguss, Mesprit, and Alamomola. So basically, all 10 of his mons are pretty big threats. Not to say that everything on my team is also threatening, except for like probably Rapidash, but yeah, I felt my team is also pretty solid. Yeah, everything on his team kind of forced me to prep in some way. I wasn't sure who to bring, because I kind of felt like most of my mons looked good, except for Lycanroc, because I didn't want to bring Lycanroc into Aloe, potentially. And the other thing was, I was a bit scared about bringing Buzzwole into... For some reason, I kind of thought they'd try to cook with, like, Z... I think it's Bounce. It's like Z Bounce Cobalion. I don't know why I thought they'd do that, but they could. They absolutely could. I kind of figured that Torn is the Z user on this team, though. So for me, I'm going to end up bringing my Garchomp, which will be Earth Power, Fire Blast, Stealth Rock, Toxic, holding the Rocky Helmet. I was going to go Roselli Berry, but I actually had quite a bit of prep for Mega Diancie, so I figured it probably wouldn't be a huge problem. But in the case it was, then I had something else for Diancie. Something that isn't for Diancie, well, sort of, is our lovely Zapdos that I really don't like, but... anyways, yeah, we have Zapdos with the Thunderbolt, U-Turn, Defog, Roost. I just wanted some removal in case they got up rocks. Its matchup was actually decent into, like, you know, Torn, Manaphy, Cobalion, Crook in a way, somewhat Amoonguss in Aloe. It doesn't get Hurricane to hit Amoonguss, so it kind of doesn't beat Amoonguss, but it's fine. And they'd have to have a Silvally type to beat me with, like, most of their team, or, yeah, I guess so. My next set is Belly Drum Azumarill. It feels really bad to say this, but like Belly Drum Azumarill has been like my favorite Azumarill set as of late. Just running Liquidation, Play Rough, Ice Punch. Not Liquidation. I think, no, it was Aqua Jet, Play Rough, and Ice Punch. Literally, I kill everything. Amoonguss dies to the Ice Punch. Aloe dies to Play Rough, surprisingly. And I ran enough speed on Azumarill to not get outsped by Aloe, like a slow Aloe, so I don't get like Scald Burn, because that would happen to me. But I like the Azumarill versus his team, and I felt like it could claim a KO, if not like maybe 2. Well, Manaphy would probably be like the thing revenge killing it. So I like the Azumarill. My Azelf is Z Bloom Doom because, mostly because of Crook, but I really wanted to run Z Thunderbolt to hit the Torn, and I kind of wish I did, but you'll see that later. So I am Z Bloom Doom off of the Energy Ball. Also running a Psychic U-Turn, I believe, and what was my last move? Hidden Power Steel, maybe? Because I think I wanted to Z Bloom Doom the Manaphy, and then Hidden Power Steel the Diancie. I think that's what my thought process was. But I don't remember. I actually kind of prepped for this like a while ago, and then we're just now playing on like Saturday night after I've been out all day. I had computer issues yesterday where like my audio wasn't working, and I was literally about to fucking buy a new computer, but then I figured it out how to install a new audio driver. Basically, like, my sound just randomly disappeared, and I don't know why. It was pretty unexplainable, but now it's back and my computer's fine, and if I sound different, it's because OBS, I had to reinstall like everything, so like my computer barely knows like who I am. So anyways, yeah. Our 5th mon is going to be Mega Sableye coming off the bench this week. I'm running the Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, Will-O-Wisp, and Recover. Really I was so close to running Calm Mind because I felt like with like a Fizz Def Sableye really does just kind of sit on everything with a Calm Mind set. And Magic Bounce is really helpful in this matchup as well, so I don't get like poison and shit. But I actually went with Dazzling Gleam because Crook, I guess. I don't really know what the thought process there was, because I don't think Crook had a good matchup into me, but you do what you do, I guess. Anyways, and then our last set is Trace Porygon 2. I like Trace in this matchup because I could Trace Regen from Torn, Amoonguss, or Aloe, or I could Trace Magic Bounce from Diancie. And P2 is my answer to Diancie. You might be wondering, well, why didn't you bring Empoleon? And it's because Manaphy. Porygon 2, I think, handles Manaphy and Diancie a little bit better than Empoleon does. Empoleon doesn't do anything to Manaphy. So if he's like a Tail Glow Manaphy, like Empoleon is just a sitting duck on it. And I didn't want to bring Empoleon. And Empoleon also can't really beat Amoonguss either. If Empoleon had Flip Turn in Gen 7, like, maybe it would have come, because it would have actually been able to do more, but Empoleon in Gen 7 is just a sitting duck, like, quite literally. So anyways, with that all said, let me open the game. Excuse me, and also I have to change the scene. So getting things started, he actually brings the Cobalion, Diancie, Silvally, which I don't know the typing, Tornadus Therian, Manaphy, and Amoonguss. And getting things started, I just lead with Garchomp because he actually didn't bring any of the things I brought Garchomp for. The reason I brought Special Chomp was because of Entei, Sacred Fire. But he ends up being Scarf Manaphy and clicks Ice Beam, and I actually don't really have a good Ice Switch in. I guess I could have probably went Azumarill here and like set up a Belly Drum, to be fair. I honestly, that would have been the best play, to go like hard Azumarill there, but I was kind of like, I didn't really want to bring out the Azumarill like that fast. And I think I probably should have. I should have read the room a little bit more. But he's going to go Torn T on my Z move, unfortunately. Bloom Doom is going to do absolutely nothing to Torn. I'm going to go Zapdos on his knockoff. He's not going to get Static Parrot, unfortunately. As I U-turn on the Silvally, I get some momentum back. Now I'm going to bring in the Azumarill. So I basically was in... This is kind of a worse spot than I was earlier, and like I kind of gained nothing out of it. I lost the Charty Berry on Zapdos just to bring a Azumarill in on a worse matchup. So he's going to multi-attack. It's going to do a lot of damage, but it will be enough for me to Belly Drum and get my attack back. He's going to go into the Amoonguss on my Aqua Jet, which did a lot of damage, by the way. And he's going to Endure, unfortunately. I'm going to Ice Punch into his Amoonguss. So yeah, his Amoonguss is basically there just to beat Azumarill. So always beat Belly Drum Azumarill there with Endure. So yeah, I kind of traded like 2 Mons for Amoonguss and like nothing else basically, because he still has a Z move, which he is just gonna use like outright. The one time I was gonna stay in with Azoth to try to like get some damage off on Torn when I could have just went Zapdos there, but nope, I just have to lose my whole Azoth. So now I'm playing with 3 Mons and they're all... no, my Zapdos is offensive, but my other 2 Mons are like very defensive. So he's gonna bring in the Silvally on my U-turn, which is good for me, so I can bring in my Sableye, and I can Mega Evolve. I don't have to worry about taking huge damage or getting statused. He's gonna miss Hurricane. I'm gonna Shadow Ball, which does pretty much nothing. Again, if I was like a Calm Mind set here, like this would be like an instant win for me because he's Scarf. Well, no, because Diancie's still alive. Basically, once I chip down Diancie enough, like, he loses. I end up tracing Clear Body, which is funny, but I guess that means I couldn't get Moonblast dropped there. I'm just going to recover to keep Porygon healthy. The nice thing about Gen 7 is Recover has 16 PP, so I can just kind of spam it if I feel like I need to. I'm going to trace the Magic Bounce into his Power Gem. And now I can get Poison, which is nice. I will T-Bolt, and he's going to Toxic, which is funny. I guess maybe he thought I was going to go Zapdos, or he forgot that I had whatever, but I kind of figured at this point, like, he probably doesn't have a fighting move on the Cobalion. So I'm just going to stay in with Porygon and just, like, spam Tri-Attack. I don't want to get knocked here, so I'm going to go into Zapdos, and unfortunately, I get the reads wrong quite a bit. He's going to go into Diancie as I go P2. I'm going to trace the Magic Bounce. Power Gem. He could be Moonblasting, by the way. I guess maybe he doesn't know that my Zapdos is not bulky. I don't know. I mean, like, Zapdos is looking bulky, but I don't believe I have, like, any investment on this. So I'm going to Roost. He does miss Toxic, unfortunately, for him, but I will just be able to bring back in Sableye. I take a decent chunk from Volt Switch, honestly. I'm gonna go into P2, trace Justified. He's trying to get some progress on me by getting a Toxic off on Porygon, I believe. I'm just not letting him, but he is getting some reads right where, like, he is getting damage on me over time. Like, Sableye hasn't really done much, but it's taken a lot of chip. I do show the hidden power here. I thought maybe he'd stay in with Diancie because I have special attack drop, but I really, like, my main goal here is to get rid of the Diancie, like, as soon as possible. He won't Magic Bounce me, which is funny. Gonna T-Bolt crit, but he has Eye Papa Berry, which is fine for me, or fine for him. He's gonna bring in Torn on my T-Bolt, which does pretty much nothing. I don't want to get knocked off, though. I figured that I would just switch because I had -1 special attack, so he's gonna bring in Diancie, and he's gonna Power Gem. I probably should have read him Power Gemming. I just thought, like, maybe I go hard P2, but going hard P2 is, like, it's really risky for me because Moonblast is doing a lot, and, like, I think if he high rolls me twice, like, I just lose my Porygon. I could be wrong. I probably could have paid attention to calcs a little bit more, but I do need to keep Porygon about as healthy as I can keep it right now. But then I end up letting him knock. I kind of figured that I was just gonna lose this game, and I couldn't really keep doing this, like, pivot game with him, because he has, like, Volt Switch and all that garbage. His Cobalion is going to get paralyzed, which is fine. My team is slower than it anyways. T-Bolt did a lot there, actually. And he's going to U-turn into Diancie on my Thunderbolt. And P2 is my Diancie switching, so I'm just going to stay in Hidden Power Steel. So now Diancie's down. I had a feeling that Porygon wasn't going to last that long. I probably could have kept it around, but I think basically I'm putting all my marbles into Sableye right now. He does have to land a bunch of Hurricanes, but he's just going to go into Manaphy here. So I recover. He's going to U-turn, crit me, go back into Tor and get his regen as I Shadow Ball, which does about as much as the regen did in the first place, which is good for me. He's going to go into Silvally as I Shadow Ball, and he's going to multi-attack. Doesn't do too much damage, and now that I have him Wisped, I can recover up my damage. He's going to go for, like, the Ice Beam freeze, I guess. I guess at this point, Ice Beam is stronger than multi-attack, because I am Fizz-Def Sableye. Shadow Ball doesn't do that much to Manaphy, and Manaphy is doing a lot with Surf. So, basically here, I just have to, like, recover stall him. And it's going to get kind of boring. I don't really have much to talk about here. He's just gonna kind of spam Surf as I spam Recover. Surf, Recover. I think at this point, like, my out is to just hope he doesn't crit me. But yeah, I am gonna stay within, like, 80% or more so he can't, like, two-shot me. So I'm gonna recover. He's gonna go into Sableye and just sack Sableye, I guess. He will Ice Beam, which won't freeze me, thankfully. It is looking decent for me. Like, I could potentially win. I have 6 recovers left, well, 5 now. But he only has one more switch into Manaphy, basically. So, yeah, I think what my play should have been here is to recover. So, he confuses me. I click Shadow Ball. I don't kill him. Actually, I kill him because of, Burn. But I probably should have clicked Recover. So actually me getting the special defense drop was bad for me. If I could have been able to recover, I probably could have won this game. Because I just had to touch Manaphy like twice. Maybe one time. Because he took 26%, so like it was potentially in my favor to win, maybe. Cobalion spamming Flash Cannon also isn't like the best for me, so yeah, again, if I had Calm Mind on Sableye, I pretty much won like instantly. Well, as soon as Diancie died, and like I was gonna bring Calm Mind. It was gonna be like Calm Mind with Hidden Power Steel, so I could 1v1 Diancie, and I just opted not to. I guess I just opted to lose, but I guess that's what happens when you don't prep good enough. GG's to Luster, though. You kind of kicked my ass, especially early game. Sableye almost kind of brought it back, and so did Porygon, so like good on them. Probably, honestly, a decent Zapdos game, too. Like, it didn't do that much, but it did what it needed to, and like, I mean, Garchomp got demolished like immediately, and so did Azelf, and Azumarill didn't do much. So, like, everything that happened in this battle was because of Sableye and P2, and like we almost won. Manaphy's almost dead, Cobalion's almost dead. So yeah, I would say job well done. Next week I don't know who I'm facing because I wanted to have the prep doc set up for Luster, but hopefully it'll be a good game, and I will see you guys next week.